Hey guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another Walking Dead review. This time we're reviewing The Walking Dead number 149, titled The Devil on Your Shoulder. If you haven't read the issue yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later, because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. We are one issue away from 150, and in 150 you can assume that something major is going to happen, because that's kind of the standard in comics is every 50 issues there's a major event. And so far in 149, I don't really feel like all the pieces are on the board yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot left to maneuver into something big happening.
Yeah. But there is a lot of information in this issue, and there are a few developments. It's a pretty quiet issue, not any action at all.
Yeah.
But judging from the cover of the comic, which we got a few months ago, we'll show it to you again here, it kind of looked like maybe Rick was going to let Negan out of the cell, and he was going to be like his official consultant or something. But no, the Rick has this great line of dialogue, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to let you out of the cell, you idiot." And he may as well have been talking to me.
Yeah, and, you know, with the title of it, The Devil on Your Shoulder, it kind of makes sense. Negan is the devil on Rick's shoulder, whispering advice to him.
And Negan does give him some great advice.
Yes, he does give him great advice.
He's like, look, your people are afraid. That's exactly how you want them. You can manipulate them to do whatever you want now.
Yeah, which Rick's not happy about until he's like, look, you don't have to lie to them, but you can kind of tell them half-truths to get them there. Which made him much more okay with it.
So Rick, by the end of the issue, he's decided that the various communities, they don't have an official army yet.
Yeah.
Which is like, why? Why wouldn't you have an army yet? But they don't.
Yeah, and it makes sense, because from, you know, the only real problem they've had has been the walkers, and they basically have that under control. Basically, everybody's lived in it long enough that everyone can kind of contribute to that. It's not the same thing as an army, and they haven't really run into anybody in a couple of years. They had Negan in his group, but they took care of that, and they haven't had any issues. So it's kind of, they've been complacent in their peace and not thinking there could be others out there.
They have their walker herders and their various hunters and gatherers and stuff, but no army.
Yeah.
So Rick, at the end of the issue, he's decided, all right, we're going to create an army, and that'll make people feel better.
Yes.
Because then they'll feel safer when we're being proactive. I still don't think Rick actually plans to go after the Whisperers, though. I think this is just kind of an olive branch to the people who are upset with him, kind of. He's creating an army as an olive branch for the people who are pissed off at him, because they think he's not doing anything.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I think that Rick doesn't want to do anything because he's not sure how strong they are. Like, I don't think he wants to make a preemptive move. So I think the militia is to buy him time to learn more about the people. And not only that, if things do get tense between the two communities, he has this army to fall back on that'll help.
And he does say to Eugene, he's like, the plan is not to do nothing, we're going to create an army. But he doesn't say what he plans to do with the army. Yeah. And I think right now that's as far as he's gotten, is we're going to build a military, and that'll get me through the next few weeks, people, second guessing me, and then I can come up with a more firm plan. Basically, he's totally buying himself time.
Yeah, he's buying himself time. I don't think his plan is to not do anything. They killed a lot of his people. I think he wants to do something about that, but he also doesn't know that group of people well enough to just go out there and attack them.
But Negan now has an in to make his way back into the fold.
Yeah.
Because Rick's not taking all of his advice, but he did kind of listen to him, so Negan does has a worm in Rick's ear.
Yes.
See, who else do we get? We get a little bit of time with Maggie.
Yes. Not much at all. Basically, she's
like a page.
Yeah, she's just hanging out until things cool down.
The most interesting scene for me in this issue, though, was with Dwight. Because he does not want to be in charge of the Saviors at all anymore.
Yeah. And he needs to be.
Yeah.
Because somebody else is going to rise up and just become Negan.
Yeah, and that's what it seems like from the dialogue exchange there. That seems like what most of the Saviors want, to just go back to the way things were.
Yeah.
And Dwight is the only thing preventing that from happening. Yeah. And at the very end of the issue, the last panel is Dwight's all packed up and he's on his way out.
Yeah, but he also has Lucille.
Yeah.
And that scares me a little bit. Like, maybe that whole conversation made him realize, well, why don't I just be the next Negan?
So I didn't get that vibe. I think him having Lucille is just, it's a convenient weapon.
I hope so, but Lucille was pretty front and center on that last panel.
Because I think he is jumping ship. I think he's abandoning the Saviors, and just like the dialogue said, if he wasn't there to prevent them from becoming just like they were without Negan, that's going to happen, and there's going to be a power vacuum with the Saviors, and it's going to be like a war on two fronts between the remnant of the Saviors and the Whisperers.
Yeah.
Okay, like we said at the very beginning of this video, it doesn't feel like all the pieces are on the board yet. It feels like there's a little more setup to do. I'm really excited for 150 because 149, it's an oversized book. It's longer than your typical issue of this comic. And 150, I gotta imagine it's going to be a pretty thick, hefty book because there's a lot they're going to have to cover.
Yeah.
I would love to know what you guys thought of the issue. Let us know down in the comments if there's something we missed, something you think we should have talked about that we didn't, or if we got anything wrong. Let us know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you did, be sure to let us know by clicking that like button and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.